Hey YouTube, and welcome to part 4 of this Mustang audio upgrade. Today we're going to put in the rear deck lid spoiler, the rear deck lid speakers, I'm sorry. And we're going to show you how to take the trim panels loose, the kick panel, everything like that. Today we're putting in the RCX 165s from Focal. We're using the trim rings. We're going to do it just like the others. We're going to put the adapters in, do the wiring here on the bench first. Then we're going to move into the car. I'm going to show you which trim panels to take loose, and we're going to go from there. So without further ado, I'm going to put the camera around and we're going to unbox these speakers and get them ready. Okay, we've got the RCX 165s. We're going to take them out of the box, do an unboxing. Guys, remember, if you like this type of content, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button and hit the bell beside of it and everything, because we're going to continue to come out with videos. So if you like this stuff and you like cars, Mustangs, motorcycles, fifth wheels, bicycles, anything like that, hit that subscribe button and I'll try to keep you entertained. Okay, we've got the grills. Won't be needing those. Let's see, so here are those are pretty. Focal coaxial. RCX 165s. Okay, so we got one. Empty box. I'll try not to get as red-faced and winded in this video. I've done a little bit of homework, so I don't look completely crazy. Alright, another speaker. We decided to go, or I decided to go with coaxials in the back. It suits that installation position more, and they're easier to install in that location. You have to custom mount the tweeters and everything. But hopefully these sound good. Now, one thing we're going to do is we're going to do videos on this series is going to continue on even through the tuning process. So we're going to tune the audio control DSP. So if you're into it, we're not fooling around with this car. I want it to sound really good, and I'm over the days of just bass. You know, back in my high school and college years, you know, the more bass, the better. And bass is still good. I'm not throwing off on it, but I want it to be a little more balanced now. So what I'm doing here is I'm just taking the wiring harness and plugging it onto the speaker. You actually got the different sizes. They've thought that out for you. So it's hard to mess the polarity up if you get this kit and go by the links that I put in the description. Which most I think this is a standard anyway, so. Okay, so now we'll do the adapters, the adapter plates. I was going to have this video done sooner, but my grandfather went in the hospital over the weekend and wasn't able to shoot or do anything. I've been out of town since Thursday, so at least he's doing good, and now we're back to business. That's something you'll learn about us Appalachia folk. Family's everything. Okay, got my screws there. Remember, it's the same as the door. You got to snap these little pieces off for it to fit. Sorry if my voice and my breathing sound a little odd. I think I'm catching a cold or something. May just be the weather change, I'm not sure. Okay, so there's all of those. Now, let's see. They sit. Make sure we line our holes up. And you know, I'm a stickler. I want to make sure that the Focal is turned, even if it's even if it's under that deck lid and I can't see it right. I'm going to make sure that I've got it straight up and down like that. I'm just a weirdo like that. I want both speakers to look the same. Which it may not be weird, I'm not sure. Not sure if I'm weird or not. Just unique, I guess. Okay, I have made the same mistake I made the others. I've not got the right hole. Let's see. Yep. So I have to tilt it a little bit. Yep. As I tell you, I'm just really enjoying doing these videos for you. I hope you guys are learning from them. Okay. As you can see, I moved the power tools. When we get finished with the Mustang here, we're going to put one in the wife's little mobile. We're going to upgrade her sound system in the audio system in her little Fiat. And we'll probably end up doing something in the F-250 because that's the vehicle we take when we pull the fifth wheel, and it'd be good to have some entertainment while we do that. So again, I'm snapping these off. what would you guys like to see me do a video on? I've got, of course, the Mustang. I've got the F-250. I've got my wife's Fiat 500. I've got the Ducati 848 Evo. It's 2012 model. I've got a Yamaha WR250X. And I've got a BMW R1200 GS. Along with a couple other, I got a bass boat, a Nitro Z7. It's a 2011 model. We'll be doing some videos on it. Looking forward to taking you guys fishing with me. Like I said in the earlier video, it's going to be a lot of fun too. This is work, you know. We're going to get out and drive the Mustang some, and I'm going to get me some equipment to where we can do some motorcycle riding together. We're going to do some of the... If you guys have any suggestions on what kind of setup I need to get to do that, I'd greatly appreciate it, because I'm shopping around trying to figure out what's the best option. I've heard that I'm thinking GoPros. I had a first generation GoPro, but I think it went missing. I think one of my old employees or something stole it. I'm not really sure what happened to it. Could have accidentally thrown it away. I don't know. Okay, well, here are the speakers in their adapters. We've got the wiring, the factory wiring harness on there. Make sure that clips on there good. I'm not liking the way that's... I'll probably have to just squeeze it a little bit. Yeah, it's a lot better. Okay, so the speakers are ready to go in. So let's go and let's take a look at taking out the back seat. The first thing, you got to take out the bottom part of the back seat. So let me take you over there and we'll do that. Okay, we went ahead. I took the rear seat out because I wanted to show you the mechanism. It's really easy. You just go in. Now you don't pull. If you can see this mechanism here, let me get a light. This is the front of the seat. Okay, what you want to do is you want to push. So when you're in the when you take two fingers and push that mechanism in. Get up real close to it and show it. Let's see. It's really hard to... There we go. See, it's got like two little push tabs here. So you push them in. It's got one on this side and it's got one over there. So this is the top of the seat here. So if the seat were in the car like that, this is the back of the seat, this is the front of the seat. Right under this lip you feel until you feel where those are, and you push toward the back of the seat with those two tabs like that. Okay, don't get in there and pull like that. You'll end up breaking it. Push those 2 tabs. There's one here. There's one under the other side. Under this bucket here. So that's how you take the rear seat out. Okay, the next panel you need to remove is this one, because you're going to have to remove this one, and this one overlaps this one here. So you got to remove this one. It's just held on by clips. So you grab the bottom of it, pop it up. Make sure to take care, make sure they unclip all the way through. There's that piece. Now you can see that came off. And let's see. Yeah, it goes right here. Go with that. Yeah. So no big deal. That may come loose on yours too. Don't freak out. Just put it back where it needs to go. I don't think that's where it needs to go. Let me see here. Yeah, it's right here. Right here's where it needs to go. See this indentation here? That right there just sits right there. And it could very easily pop out on yours. Don't freak out. Okay, we're going to go inside the car here. Okay. Now we've got to remove this panel here. This is, you can pull this string here. This string here. Let the seat down. You can see the seat belt goes through that. Everything goes through there, but the best thing to do is start right here and start popping it loose. You can work it loose, work the seat belt, unclip the seat belt here so you can get it away from the seat belt. Pop it loose down here at the door. All right. Make sure your seat belts and stuff clear. I'll show you kind of what's going on over here. Okay, and I'll show you the back of this panel outside. Now, what I just did to this side is exactly what you're going to do to that side. Okay, so I'll take you out, show you that panel, show you the back side of it, what's actually clipping to here. Okay, this is the back of the big panel we just removed. I'll get this off the tripod here. Okay, we've got clips all the way. This is the top edge. This is we got clips all the way around it. We've got a clip here on the end. That's where it goes up around the seat belt area. Here's the cutout for the seat belt. And that's where the trunk, that's your first pull. You got a big one down there. That's down where it meets this piece that we took off earlier, the bottom door trim piece. So now when you've got that off, and you will need to do that to both sides, you've got the door trim piece off, which is really handy that we're doing this at this step, because we're going to need access to this to run the amp wires and do that sort of thing. So okay, in here you got the back seat out the bottom, then you've got this trim piece in the back off, and it exposes the fuel pump and all that stuff. So now you need to do that side as well, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, now that you got the rear seat out, the bottom trim piece inside the door, and the side pieces, the back side pieces, you're pretty much there. All you've got to do is remove this. There's one on the other side. So man, this car is cramped in the back. I'm a big old fat boy, so it makes it even worse. But just work that loose. Take your time, try not to break it. We'll use the other one. Get a little more authority over it. There we go. It's just a plastic push fastener. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So let me get situated. My goodness. I'm sorry for the shaky camera work. I'm hoping you're getting what we got to do. So just work it out until it does that. Now you're pretty much there. That's all that's holding that rear piece in. Now, did you see the way I slid it toward me? Just slide it on out to get it unhooked. Sorry about the camera work, guys. Get it up and out. See? It just comes out. Now you can see what we have arrived at. Okay. Now what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to set the tripod up on the outside shooting in the back glass, and hopefully that's a better angle. That'll be an angle that can work. But it's pretty easy. I mean, it's just tight back here. Like I said, for a big old fat guy, it's pretty tight back here to get to it. But essentially you're going to want to, first thing you do is remove the rear seat, the bottom rear seat. Remember to find those two little tabs on each side. Push, don't pull. Push those tabs in, then pull straight up on the seat. The back seat will come out. Second thing you want to do is take those trim pieces out on the bottom of the door. Just pull straight up, they'll unclip. Third thing you want to do is take these side pieces off. The side, the rear seat trim, side trim. Okay, then you want to take the plastic, those plastic, gosh, I don't even know what I'm saying. Those plastic attachment pieces, pull those straight out. They just pull straight out. Then this pulls straight out toward the front of the car. Then you're at your speakers. So I'm going to try to get a shot, because there's no way I can hold the camera in here in that little tight space above that window. I mean, I'm barely going to be able to work in there anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to set the tripod up on the outside of the car and shoot through the window. Of course, I'm not going to talk because it'll be muffled. So let's do that, and you can, hopefully we can get you an angle where you can watch me work. let's take a look and see what we need to do here. Okay, so let's get the factory speaker. Let's take a look at it. Now the factory speaker comes out at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test tape this, and then we're going to put it in there and see. Let's see. Yeah, let's do the test tape first. Okay, let me go find it. Okay, I'm gonna take this wiring loom. My test tape. Oh, come on. I don't know if that's the end of it. I'm going crazy, people. Okay. We want this to look factory. This is the easiest way, man. I'm telling you, this tape looks good. You want to keep it tight when you wrap it too. I've seen people really get the tape loose on there, and it don't really look good. And I always go down. Come on, I have a ghost in here. Alright. It tears like regular tape. I'm going to need to, where the wires, I'm going to take a Dremel and I'm going to Dremel a little cutout there for those wires to set flush mount, so that it can be tightened down and the wires will have a little conduit to go through. So I'm going to take the same drill, same Dremel that I used. I'm going to create a little okay. Let me clean that up a little bit, and I'll show you what I just did. Okay, that is a flush mount that sets flush in the back. So as you can see, I cut a little notch out. So that way these wires can sit and go to that plug-in. Okay, so it looks just like that. Does that, hopefully that makes sense to you. Because when this thing bolts down, it's going straight to metal, or straight to the rubber or the foam gasket. And it needed a little bit of room for these wires to come out like that, so that it can plug into the factory wiring harness. So when it's in there, it'll look like that right there, which looks really neat and clean. Once yeah, which all that'll be. Here we go. Let me Clip that little piece off of there. There we go. So see how clean that looks? And it'll be sitting there in the back deck like that. So now let me take you back over there, and you'll get to see me install this speaker as soon as I can move you without turning a bunch of stuff over here. All right. Hopefully that was informative. Hopefully you can see how they mount and how they go in the back deck. So I'm going to test them, and I'm going to wait to show you how to put the other panels back, because I want to leave those panels out for the rest of the installation to run the power wire, the signal wires, all that for the amp. So we're going to do that on the last part of this video series. Is we're going to put all the trim back in. So I guess that's it for the rear deck speaker, not spoiler, speaker install. And I'm going to leave you there. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell. You know, if you like this sort of thing and want to be updated, I'm planning on being here for a long time and coming out with videos. So if you like this sort of thing, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll try to keep coming out with the content for you. So anyway, you guys have a good one, and look for part 5. Part 5 will be amp, sub, and DSP installation. Now we're running the power wire, signal wires, doing that, so it's going to be a really long video. I may have to do it over multiple nights. I may break it up into 2 videos. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it. It's just according to how it goes. But we've got, like I said in the first video, we've got the 5-channel Rockford Fosgate amp. It's going to mount. It's going to mount in the trunk. When we get the DSP, it's mounting in the trunk as well. We're going to have a backwards firing sealed 12-inch sub. It's going in the trunk. So we got all that coming up. So look forward to videoing that for you. And like I said, like, subscribe, and mash that bell for those updates. You guys take care. Bye.